Bouvard, and this is Kitchen Table Productions. This show is all about living well with low carb, and today I'm going to show you how to make a low carb cranberry applesauce. Now most applesauce, even the unsweetened variety, comes in at about 13 carbs for half a cup. The sauce we're going to make today is only 6 carbs. Our trick? We're not going to be using apples. No, instead we're going to be using 2 cups of our old favorite cooked spaghetti squash. Now if you don't know how to cook a spaghetti squash, check out our show on cooking spaghetti squash at kitchentableproductions.net. I also have standing by a cup of cold water. Now I don't expect I'll need it, but if I do, I've got it on hand to thin out the sauce while blending. Now I'll put my blender on pulse. And I'm just going to give this a few quick pulses just to try to get it going. It's not moving, so I will have to add some of that water. Okay, I'll start with about a quarter cup. There we go. Now I'm going to open it up and I'm going to blend it till it's nice and smooth. There. Now it's starting to look like applesauce, as you can see, but it doesn't really taste like it yet. So here's my trick. What I'm going to do is add in a half a teaspoon of Crystal Light Natural Cranberry Apple Drink Mix. See that? I'm just going to add this right on in there. Close my top. And blend it a little bit more. We're almost done. For the last step, I'm just going to make sure that this is smooth as possible by pressing it through a mesh sieve. This will make sure that there's not any squash strings still remaining. There. Beautiful and delicious, and only 6 carbs for half a cup. Now, if your applesauce seems a little drippy, a little runny, you can always put it in a pot and just cook it over medium heat until you drive off a little bit more of the moisture. You know, we might be able to take this a step further and turn it into a rich spread suitable for any low-carb toast, and I'm thinking apple butter. Okay, back to the blender. I'm going to blend my spaghetti squash again, but I'm going to skip the flavorings for now. And I'm going to strain directly into my sauce pot. There, my squash is all strained. I'm now going to add in a half a teaspoon of freshly ground cinnamon. Okay, now I've put my pot over medium heat. I'm going to keep cooking this until a lot of this liquid is driven off and it becomes really thick. There, now as you can see, the squash has gotten pretty thick. This is just about what I want. I'm going to remove this from the heat and let it sit for about 30 minutes or so, just on my stovetop, until it cools off, and I will then add the flavorings. Okay, half an hour is up. I'll now just add in my half a teaspoon of Crystal Light Natural Cranberry Apple Drink Mix and give it a good stir. Our original 2 cups of squash is reduced down to about a cup. Each tablespoon of this is probably about 1 carb for every tablespoon. Oh, it's so good. Now, I don't know anything about canning, so I can't recommend either of these recipes for that purpose. However, if you keep it tightly sealed, it should stay in your refrigerator pretty well for a couple of weeks. You can also use different drink mixes to make different sauces and butters. For these recipes and many others, please visit our website, kitchentableproductions.net. I'm Jessica Bouvard, and this has been Kitchen Table Productions.